Have you ever wondered how some football players can keep calm, composed and focused when they play under pressure, while others, they just crumble? They get stressed, anxious and make stupid mistakes. Well, if you are more of the type 2 football player, then in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact mental hack that you can implement so that you can play at your best under pressure and consistently. This mental hack is the first and most important training that I'm taking all of my athletes right from the beginning when we start working together. Why is that? Because it is based on the 3 most important mental concepts that have a great impact on your performance. Once you understand these 3 important mental concepts, you'll be able to take charge of your mind and be in control of your performance on the pitch. But before I'm giving you the mind hack, I just want to tell you something super exciting. If you're a pro or semi-pro female footballer who wants to receive free weekly mindset coaching from me, then click the link in the description and join the only Football Mindset Academy created specifically for female footballers. Hopefully I'll see you in there. So why am I saying how to hack your mind and not how to train your mind or how to teach or trick your mind? Well, let's think about the movies when we have this super smart tech guy who is trying to break into a computer to take some information from there. What is this guy doing? So we have the computer, we have the super smart tech guy who wants to get access in that computer, in the system. How is he doing that? He has to input some secret codes, some secret information to get access. Well, the computer is your mind with the information. The codes that the super smart guy has to put in is the information that I'm providing you in this video. The first concept is called the fight or flight system. What is this system? Well, if we look at the computer analogy that we did earlier on, it's like a program. It's a program that is built within us. It's called an innate system because we had to build it within us since the times when the humanity used to live in the woods, when we used to hunt to survive and also to be hunted. This system is part of our survival mechanism because it would kick in during dangerous moments or the unknown moments where we didn't know if we're safe or not. Saying, for example, that you would walk through the woods and you'll meet this very dangerous animal. In that moment, straight away, this system will kick in to help you survive and would do that at a subconscious level automatically. Because when you face the animal, you would not have time to think about it. What should I do? Should I attack? Should I run? What should I do? Therefore, the decision was made at a subconscious level for you by this system. And it has 3 options. 1, to fight the animal. 2, to run away super fast from the animal, or the 3rd, to hide and stay put. Now, the most important part of the system for you to remember is how your body responds to situations like this. Because in that moment, your body has to be ready for any decision that you made. Either is for you to fight or to run or to stay put. And the way your body responds is by increasing your heart rate so you start beating faster, so it can send more blood filled with oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, so the muscles are ready to fight or to run, and also to your brain so that you can think clearly and make the right decision. Now, what all of this has to do with you and your performance as an athlete on the pitch? Well, every single game that you play, every competition that you go at, it is a new situation for you. New means the unknown, which means that the system has to kick in automatically to make the right decision, just in case you are in danger. Because although us, the humanity, evolved around the time, this system never changed. It's exactly the same since the times we used to live in the woods. But now we need to train ourselves how to respond when this system kicks in. So every single time you are sat there waiting to step on the pitch and you feel your heart beating faster, your legs are shaky, you start worrying and you think, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna be good enough in this game? That's your fight or flight system kicking in. The reason why your heart starts beating faster, the reason why you feel your legs shaking, it's because your body is getting ready to react to the unknown. aka the game that you have to play. The second concept that you must know about is called the challenge appraisal. This challenge appraisal is the secret to your performance because, and pay attention, just by thought alone, so the thoughts that you have in your mind, the things that you say to yourself, you can put your body in two states. And the first state, which is called threat state, is the one that is causing you to make stupid mistakes during the game, to focus on the mistakes, to start worrying and feeling anxious and nervous. Like I said, the fight or flight system kicks in the unknown. So now the fight or flight system, it is active. And by thought alone, if you think that you're not good enough, you don't have the skills and the abilities to perform at your best in that game, if you think that the opponents are way better than you, then you put yourself in this threat state. What is happening in this threat state? Well, like I said, the fight or flight system, it is on. Your heart is beating faster, but it doesn't beat regularly, which means that it doesn't send enough blood into your muscles, so then your legs are shaky. You are making mistakes. Also, not enough is reaching to your brain, so you cannot think clearly. You're making mistakes. You're not focused on your performance. So how can you change all this? Again, by thought alone, you can put yourself into the second state, which is the state where you want to be always in every single game if you want to play at your best consistently. This state is called the challenge state. In this state, you believe that you have the skills and abilities to play at your best. You are better than your opponent, or you can deal successfully with your opponent. You are supporting your mind with positive thoughts. Again, the fight or flight system, it is on, and it allows your heart to beat faster, to beat regularly, so it can pump enough blood into your muscles, so your muscles are active, your legs are doing what they're supposed to do. You have enough endurance. You think clearly during difficult moments, you're making the right decision. So remember, by thought alone, you can put yourself into the threat state, which you never ever you want to be, because that's the state when you're making mistakes, when you're playing at your worst, when you don't think clearly. But you want to put yourself into the challenge state. The challenge state is when you think confidently about yourself. You believe that you have the skills and the abilities to perform at your best. You think clearly, you're making the right decisions. And I want to give you bonus information here. So all this thought process, either the one that puts you in the threat state where you don't believe that you're good enough, or the one where you think confidently that you are good enough, it doesn't necessarily happen consciously that you think about it. Most of the time, it happens subconsciously, automatically. Your mind does that for you based on what happened in the past, your past experiences. So if you want to get the best at putting yourself into the challenge state, to always put yourself in the challenge state to perform at your best every single time with every single game, you have to think confidently about yourself every single time. So what you can do, write down on a piece of paper confident thoughts about you and read that before every single game. This way, you're automatically gonna put yourself into the challenge state. And an extra bonus information for you is that it is not the situation that is ahead of you that's causing you to be anxious or afraid or to make mistakes, but it's what you think, what you believe about the situation ahead of you that's causing you to make mistakes, to doubt yourself, to feel anxious. So if you find yourself that you're making mistakes repeatedly in a game, that you're not playing at your best or as you wish to play, that means that you're telling yourself the wrong things and you automatically put yourself in the threat state. So next time you go out and play, write down positive thoughts about yourself. Become confident about yourself. And the third and most important concept that you need to know about is the negativity bias. What is that? Well, at this point, you might think, well, yeah, good enough, but why am I thinking negatively every single time I'm waiting to step on the pitch or when I'm making mistakes? Why is my mind going towards negativity? Well, is because of this negativity bias. This is how our mind learned to function to keep us alive. Again, it is part of our survival mechanism, because if we're going back again to the times when we used to live in the woods as a humanity, focusing on the positives, being all happy every single day, not worrying about a thing, it could get us killed, because we're not focusing on the danger. We're not predicting the danger, the mistakes that we can make that can put a threat on our lives. So our mind learned how to first think about negatives. What are the things that can kill us or put our life in danger? And this system, again, never changed, because it helps us to survive. So now what we have to do as an athlete is to train our mind that now we're playing a game. There is no threat for our life. It's cool. We are safe. So like any new training, you have to do that on purpose. And you have to teach your mind step by step to think positively. How are you going to do that? Again, that piece of paper from point 2, when you're writing down positive things, you are going to use that with every single game. And you're going to use it before the game, where you write down positive things, positive thoughts, encouraging thoughts for you. And then after the game, when you are writing down your negative thoughts that you had during the game, or you can even use it during your training. You can write down after your training the negative thoughts that you had about yourself, about your performance, about people around you, and you're going to switch that into positives. Now, as an extra bonus information, not every single thought must be positive, but it must be encouraging. For example, if after a game, after a poor performance that you had in a game, you think about yourself, I had such a bad performance, I am the worst player in my team, you can reframe that. During this game, I made mistakes, but I can learn how to improve. See, you're not reframing this as a total positive, such as, oh, I made some mistakes, but in the end it was a good performance, because this is not true. You are reframing from the negative into something positive and constructive for your performance. So, how you can hack your mind so that you can take control of your performance and play at your best consistently? First, you need to understand that before every single game, the fight or flight system will kick in. That's why your heart rate increases, that's why you feel shaky legs or sweaty palms. And it's cool. That is your body getting ready for the game. Second, to be aware that you must put yourself into the challenge state through thought alone. Think positive and confident thoughts about yourself. And the third step is to overcome the negativity bias by thinking and writing down positive, encouraging, and confident thoughts about yourself before the game, and after the game, to take all the negative thoughts about yourself and to reframe them into positive and constructive thoughts. And remember, if you're a pro or semi-pro female footballer who wants to receive free mindset coaching weekly from me personally, then join the only Football Mindset Academy by clicking the link in the description. Hopefully, I'll see you there.